Good morning, everyone. It's been a little while. We had some emergencies here, need to be taken care of, and that was that. And have some really amazing news. Uh, our second piggy, Toot, who we thought was gone, she disappeared weeks and weeks and weeks ago. Gosh, it has to had to be a couple of months now. Showed up yesterday. Very slim. I wouldn't say skinny, skinny. And her limp was a lot better. And it's like, what just happened? Where did that pig come from again? So she must have just been out there doing her thing. They love acorns, and there's lots of acorns here. They eat other things too. That's it, microclimate, really cold, then it gets warmer again. Things start to pop up again, to eat. So she was doing just fine out there. Really amazing. She came back and I went out to the barn and I'm going, dude, come here, piggy, piggy, piggy. And she all comes towards me. Her tail was waggling like, oh my gosh, here you are. I mean, it looked like she really recognized me and was so happy to be home somehow. Anyway, it was interesting. So there we go. We got two pigs back again. What an amazing life we live here. Ah, well, there you go. There might have been, people might have come across, if they would have come across her. I mean, the road is depending on which way you walk, several miles to, a half a mile, right? The regular roads. I guess she never went that way. Anywho, so there it is. Our pig's back. So Tinkle and Toot are back together. Oh, interesting. Okay, so I've got the door open. We have a beautiful sunny day here. Everything's already took care of, and I need to get ready for a patient to come back home. Anyway, so all went well. It was a little touch and go there for a bit, but all is well. So there you go. So we're in Exodus 39, the vestments of the high priest. From the violet, purple, red, purple, and crimson materials, they made the liturgical vestments for service in the sanctuary. They made the sacred vestments for Aaron as Yahweh had ordered Moses. The ephod. They made the ephod of gold, of violet purple, red purple, and crimson materials, and finely woven linen. They beat gold into thin plates and cut these into threads to work into the violet, purple, red purple, and crimson materials and the fine linen by needlework. For the ephod they made shoulder straps, which were joined to it at its two edges. The waistband on the ephod to hold it in position was of a piece with it and of the same workmanship, of gold, violet, purple, red, purple, and finely woven linen, as Yahweh had ordered Moses. They worked the cornelians, mounted in gold setting and engraved like an engraved seal with the names of the sons of Israel, and put the stones on the shoulder straps of the ephod to commemorate the sons of Israel as Yahweh had ordered Moses. It's like a family tree. It's interesting. It almost sounds like we have, in Switzerland, you call them a Wappe, a Swappe. And everybody has one. Every canton, every state has one. And I think even every county has one. And then every family has one. And weapons, not weapons, as Wappe is it's like the symbol of the family. And the reason it's called this Wappe is because the shape is straight on the top, down on both sides, and then it kind of curves into a point like that. Anywho, interesting, right? Yeah, that just reminds me of that. Also, the care that goes into that. Different, and in the Wappe, there are different things about, for example, families. Like my family, we have one. There are just different things in it, that kind of tell the story of the family, right? Yes. Then eventually they're made, and they stay that way. It's interesting, isn't it? How history kind of doesn't continue on to add more to, right? Yes. Okay. Yeah, kind of interesting. The breastplate of judgment. They made the breastplate of the same embroidered work as the ephod, of gold, violet, purple, red, purple, and crimson materials, and finely woven linen. It was square and doubled over, a span in length and a span in width. In it they set 4 rows of stones, a sword, a topaz, and an emerald, for the first row. For the second row, a garnet, a sapphire, and a diamond. For the third row, a hyacinth, a ruby, and an amethyst. And the hyacinth actually it's another kind of like a reddish, orange colored gem, which I didn't even know that existed. And for the fourth row, a beryl, a cornelian, and a jasper. Same. I went and checked out beryl and cornelian, and they are a little bit different in color, but they're kind of the same. Well, anyway. Mounted in gold settings, the stones corresponding to the names of the sons of Israel, 12 like their names, engraved like seals, each with the name of one of the 12 tribes. For the breastplate, they made chains of pure gold twisted like cords, and they made 2 gold rosettes and 2 gold rings, putting the 2 rings on the 2 outside edges of the breastplate, and fastening the 2 gold cords on the 2 rings on the outside edges of the breastplate. The other 2 ends of the cords they fastened to the 2 rosettes, putting these on the shoulder straps of the ephod on the front. They also made 2 gold rings and put them on the 2 outside edges of the breastplate on the inner side against the ephod. And they made 2 more gold rings and put them low down on the front of the shoulder straps of the ephod, close to the joint, above the waistband of the ephod. It's a breastplate where the heart is, and many of our organs, other organs. That's interesting. Blood and air, the cleansing of toxins, the bones. Yeah, yeah. I bet there's a reason for that, why it was done exactly that way. I don't know if they're going to say anything about that, except for, I guess that was the best way to have it on your body, to represent everybody, I guess. They secured the pectoral by a violet. I have a new bookmark. I found that cleaning up. It's a bookmark, you guys. Look. I'm going to open. See how it opens up? It's not neat. Look at that. Yeah. Enzian, Alprose, and as Edelweiss. Oh, wait. They secured the pectoral by a violet, purple cord passed through its rings and those of the ephod, so that the pectoral would sit above the waistband and not come apart from the ephod, as Yahweh had ordered Moses. The robe. They made the robe of the ephod woven entirely of violet purple. The opening in the center of the robe was like the neck of a coat of mail. Round the opening was a border, a coat of mail. They already had that at the time. Interesting. Round the opening was a border so that it would not get torn. On the lower hem of the robe, they made pomegranates of violet purple, red purple, and crimson, and finely woven linen, and made bells of pure gold, putting the bells between the pomegranates all round the lower hem of the robe. alternately a bell and then a pomegranate. That's why they thought that in the Garden of Eden, some people think it was a pomegranate, well, because pomegranates were mentioned here. Okay. Well, it's interesting how people's minds work, right? Well, it's so it could probably all around the lower hem of the robe of office, as Yahweh had ordered Moses. The vestment of the priests. They made the tunics of finely woven linen for Aaron and his sons. The turban of fine linen, the headdresses of fine linen, the breeches of finely woven linen, the waistbands of finely woven linen, embroidered with violet, purple, red, purple, and crimson, as Yahweh had ordered Moses. They also made the flower, the symbol of holy consecration, of pure gold, and on it, like an engraved seal, they engraved consecrated to Yahweh. They put it on a violet purple cord to fasten it high up on the turban, as Yahweh had ordered Moses. Bet that looked kind of neat. So all the work for the dwelling, for the tent of meeting, was completed. They had done everything exactly as Yahweh had ordered Moses. The finished work presented to Moses. They then brought Moses the dwelling, the tent, and all its accessories, its clasps, frames, crossbars, poles, and sockets, the cover of ram skins dyed red, the cover of fine leather, and the screening curtain, the ark of the testimony and its shafts, and the mercy seat, the table, all its accessories, and the loaves of permanent offering. I wonder what that means exactly. The lampstand of pure gold, its clasps, the array of lamps and all its accessories, and the oil for the light, the golden altar, the anointing oil, the fragrant incense, and the screen for the entrance to the tent, the bronze altar and its bronze grating, its shaft, and all its accessories, the basin and its stand, the curtaining for the court, its poles, its sockets, and the screen for the gateway to the court, its cords, its pegs, and all the accessories for the service of the dwelling, for the tent of meeting, the liturgical vestments for officiating in the sanctuary, the sacred vestments for Aaron the priest, and the vestments for his sons, for the priestly functions. The Israelites had done all the work exactly as Yahweh had ordered Moses. Moses inspected all the work. They had indeed done it as Yahweh had ordered, and Moses blessed them. Job well done. Woo! I wonder how long it took him. It doesn't say. Maybe it'll say later. Where's my pen? Where has my pen gone? Here you are. We only got one more left in the book of Exodus. We're moving along. That's nice. While I was reading when they presented everything, right? All of it. Oh, put my bookmark in nicely here. Oh, I like it. Oh, so nice. Sticking out there. Love it. Only the best for my Father in heaven and his words. Or the guidance. Thank you. I thought of what we all needed to build this house. Okay, even the barn. Yeah. What was all necessary to do that? And because my brother-in-law is such a fantastic carpenter, many of the brackets and things that came along to secure the beams and all, we didn't need, because he notched things to fit, and they do. It looks so much better. And it was like this extra that, I would say that something like this you're only going to do once in your life, right? Yes. And my brother-in-law just had this. He is such a perfectionist, right? Oh, it was amazing what he did. That was so amazing. And again, had his handprint on it, right? Yes. And but then, what we had up was the frame and all that. So what else went with it was you had to know where you wanted your electrical outlets and all that, and already run, right, the cables and all that, and the wire, and the plumbing, same thing. I mean, it was like there was so much else that came with it, right? It wasn't just, oh yeah, let's put the locks all together, and then there was so much more that to make this house what it is, and it's still not done. 20 years, still not done. Yeah, if you could just hire a crew, this, that, and then just have, you got your bank account has no limit, then you can, yes. Well, ours had a limit. Also, I'll never forget, a pastor, Kevin Thompson is his name. He still preaches. I went to church, I heard him say, he says, make sure that you own the house and the house doesn't own you, right? Yes? Yeah. So there it is. Yes, this is all paid for, right? All we have to do is pay property taxes. Wow. Right? Yes? Oh, that's all we have to do. I think property taxes are wrong. God doesn't charge me property tax, so why does the government do that? When you own something, you should own it, right? Yes, be able to hand it down without all that hullabaloo, right? Yes? So, well, anyway, it is what it is. But, yeah, how far does the greed of someone go? Oh, I wanted to show you guys something else. Since I was talking about my brother-in-law, he came back from South Carolina, and he went to a smitty. There's a guy teaching, and he did this. It's a stove, right? Stoker. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Huh? I don't know if you can see. Look at this. It's just done perfect. I haven't used it yet. I have another one. It's so beautiful, I don't want to use it, right? Yes, we'll start using it eventually, but I'm having it hanging it over here on a peg, and I get to look at it anytime I want to. And I just love looking at it. It's such a beautiful piece, again, handmade, right? Yes, by someone in our family. Beautiful, just beautiful. Well, anyway, there you go, right? Oh, I planted my garlic. I think I already said that in another video. It's about time to put the peas out. So I got to do that. I'm waiting for it to warm up a little bit. We had some cold days. No, I didn't make a fire. I'm here by myself. I don't need it. I just put a little bit more clothes on. I love the door open all year long. It is sunny outside. It is relatively warm. I think about 55 degrees or something. And that's plenty for me. Yes, save the wood. Yeah. Waste not, want not. Oh, aren't you cold? No, I'm not. Actually, I feel very comfortable. And I got to go upstairs and get, as I said, things ready for our patient to come home, hopefully in a day, maybe 2 days. And that'll get me warm again, right? Yes, moving around, doing things. Our piggy is back. What an amazing thing. So we're hoping maybe Ozzy will come back too. We'll see. All right, that's all I have to share this morning. God's love and blessings always. May He protect you, and I will talk to y'all another time.